No, Gary does not work out with me because he's writing The Prince right now. So he's already working. I, on the other hand, I'm going to do yoga with Aree from Aree's Army. I need her to send a request. There she is. Whew. Brad Bucks won't be for a little bit.
Hey!
Hi. Everyone, this is Aree and Tino.
Hi, Brad.
Aree, if you've listened to my I know you have, but for those of you who are watching, who've listened to my podcast, and I've talked about how important my yoga practice has been to me, this is her, Aree's Army, and Miss Sissy.
And the Sissy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Brad, we're so excited, and we're so grateful, obviously, for this opportunity. And I love
she's gonna be cute.
You're so great about always sharing your tidbits. Hi, Dee. Hi, from London. Oh my God. So Brad, you've met Dee before through class, and he lives in London.
Yeah.
And I went and stayed with him and his husband.
Oh, yes.
And they're amazing, and they love you and Gary so much. I almost feel like he only does yoga because of you and Gary now.
That's so cute.
I know, so cute. So I promised him, je suis très happy. Yes, I promised him that when they come back to LA, that we would take them out. Oh my God,
Cute.
Tino from Soho House.
I love that. Let's do it.
Wow, the color looks amazing. So I'm so happy that you're on top today. Since Mother is usually on top.
You know, we're versed over here.
I know. So, Brad, you know how much we love you, and you've been so amazing. So today I really wanted to focus our attention really on you, first and foremost, and what you represent for us. I know this is what's so great about going live, and we're just like all the way up until 10:25. I was trying to figure out, hey, Sissy from D. You are such a revolutionary. You're constantly reinventing yourself and redefining who you are, and that's why you're so successful, not only in your relationship, in your health and wellness, in your career, and everything that you do with your family, what you give to the Army in just such a short amount of time. Hi, Susie. You've done such an amazing job. And so I wanted to talk about that and celebrate that today, especially for all the people that follow you. Like, obviously, it goes without saying that within the Army, everybody already recognizes that and sees that. But even for your people that are like into Brad Bucks and follow you in your career, I want them to really know and like truly know how amazing you really are. You guys, he is above and beyond what you already see and think you know. He is above and beyond that. Like, the fact that you're even sharing, a lot of people don't do that. You're sharing your home, your practice, your sexiness, just everything. So one of the before you become a leader, success is first and foremost about growing and evolving yourself. So just like Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see, and you do that. And then once you're a leader, that success is about growing and evolving other people. Scott says we love her. Yes, we do. So everyone thinks about changing the world, but Brad, you think about changing yourself first, and then therefore you are able to change the world, especially in this time. Like, nothing is going to stop you. Nothing brings you down. You're constantly on the move and change, just like a river that doesn't stay still. Every time you put and step foot into that river, it's always going to be a different river, even in the same spot. But you have the choice of like either flowing through with that river current or you have to freeze like ice. So that ice, oh my God, that ice with Brad Bucks. Yesterday was such, oh my God, that was an uproar. That was
three
a
cubes.
game changer.
3 cubes.
3 cubes, just
It
3
was
more cubes. The
everything-
line is perfect. There's
Wait,
no
isn't
stains.
everything 3 cubes minus perfection? Like, everything's like maybe 3 cubes away from perfection. Right? It's like it's almost there.
Yeah.
And it was really close, but it's like, you know, it's like perfect adjacent.
I know. Maybe what we can do is maybe next week, like once you guys go out on that date, maybe next week you can invite him to a yoga class for, like to really take that relationship to the next level.
That's like way next level.
Yeah. So I remember hey Astrid, what's so great about Brad is he doesn't just do yoga. He's always changing it up, whether he's working out, he's doing his cardio, he's doing his Brad Bucks, he goes to Barry's boot camp. And I actually was going to talk about that, how he loves, hi guys, Astrid's on.
Yay!
Yay!
I did her class yesterday.
Yay! So yeah, that's what's so amazing is you're ever evolving in your workout routine and your beauty routine and what you share and give to the world. And JFK a long time ago had walked into NASA, and he went up to one of the men who were the janitors, and he asked him, he said, "What do you do here?" And the janitor answered back and said, "I'm helping send someone to the moon." And with that, he gave this great analogy of this story that I shared on your birthday too, that there's always the 3 types of people. So a tourist was walking by Sunset Boulevard, and there was a construction site, and the tourist walked over to one man and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And the man said, "I'm laying bricks." And then he walked over to the second man and said, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm building a wall." But lastly, he went over to the third person and he said that I'm making a cathedral. I'm building a cathedral. And the first man basically defined himself by his job. The second man defined himself with a career, whereas the third person, which is you, had a calling and brought meaning and purpose to what he does. So thank you for being that person in everything that you do. I love that we get to see your beautiful face and that body. So hopefully we can bring meaning into today's beautiful Bradley session. All right, guys. So let's get on our mats or towels or rugs or whatever that is. Yeah, there you go. So and then just make sure that, Brad, when you go all the way back, that we're also able to see you when you're standing, which we don't. I think you might have to push the phone maybe back a little bit further, because right now we see you perfectly, but when you stand up, it's going to cut you off.
Here we go.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Great. Perfect. And then push it in a little bit so that, are we able to see him when he stands up? But when he stands up. There we are. Okay, great. So with everyone that's going to be practicing, just make sure you take your time, modify wherever you need to, and then let's begin in a child's pose. Good. So A lot of revolutionary musicians today.
Yay!
Yeah. I mean, very, very much a Brad. Thank you. And next, let's keep moving on. Child's pose. Good. So get those hips back. Take your shoulders back. Spread your fingers wide. Good. And then tuck your toes. Take your toes, tuck them under. Send your hips up and back. Down dog. Good. Lean forward and find plank. So being able to grow takes a lot of courage, a lot of strength, a lot of inner power that comes from your ab center, your core section. So just hold here, just build in some heat. Good. And then from your plank pose, keep your shoulders over your wrists. Just take your right knee into your chest. And then take your right foot back, left knee into your chest. So almost like a mountain climber, but you're not going to go back and forth. You're really just going to take that knee in, back, and then the left knee in and back. So keep switching the legs. Good. Perfect. Start to heat, build up, and then you can go as fast or slow. Hey, Daddy. Hey, Brayden. Hottie patati. Good. Sexiness, Daddy. And then hold your down dog. Pull your hips up and back. Great job, you guys. Right leg lifts up on the inhale. Good. Step your foot through on your exhale. And then you're going to take your left foot forward so you can bring the left heel down. And then reach your arms forward and up. Warrior one. Lift up. Nice strong warrior stances. Take your hands behind your back. Inhale, eat. Exhale, pizza. Yes. Drop your head down on the exhale. Devotional warrior. So this is where you start to find that meaning, that calling, that purpose. Taking advantage of these times and opportunities to go inside. Inhale, warrior one. Lift up. Good. Hands down to the ground. Find plank. Good. Shift forward. Come halfway down. Press up plank. Good. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Nice, you guys. This is a good Monday stretch, Scott. Well, I hope so. You better be ready for Wednesday hump day. Redo. Good. Take plank pose again. This time, right knee, right tricep, then left knee, left tricep. Good. So really get that knee back and forth up towards the armpit. Keep your chest forward. This is Robin Indestructible. Good. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Make sure you don't hold your breath. Good. And then press back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up. Step your foot through. Take the right foot to the right. Right heel down. Lift up. Warrior one. Good. Interlock your hands with the opposite thumb on top. Lift your chest up. Good. Exhale, drop your head low. Lift your shoulders up, drop your head, lift your knuckles up. Good. Inhale with some sass. Warrior one. Lift up. Hands down to the ground. Plank pose. down. And then right toes lift up. So good. Lift up, knee to chest. Step your foot through. Good. And then lift off. Warrior 3. Left leg back. Arms back. Slide. Good. Take your left knee into your chest. Squeeze in. There you go. Press that left leg back out. Squeeze. Yes. Bend your right knee, step back. Left toes down. Crescent lunge. Arms up. Good. Hands to your heart. Lean forward. And then twist. Right elbow across the left knee. Good. Right arm up over your ear. Maybe some of you take that left bicep by your ear. Stay in the twist. So good. So you want to be unconventional. Be that rebel. Push that comfort zone. Good. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Hands down to the ground. Plank. Good. Shift forward. Come halfway down. Hold. Left toes hover. Great. Lift up. Left knee into your chest. Uh-oh. Sissy Lorenza. Good. Step your left foot through. Walk the left foot to the left. Crescent lunge. Take the hands down. Sorry, I got distracted. Warrior 3. Lean forward. Warrior 3. There you go. David Bowie. I'm wearing my Prince shirt. He was my revolutionary, and Madonna, of course. Good. Right knee into your chest. Squeeze in. Gorgeous legs. Definition of those hamstrings. Right leg presses back out. Good. Step your right foot all the way back. Find that crescent lunge again. Sit low. Good. Hands to your heart. Lean forward and twist. Left elbow across the right knee. Gorgeous. Right arm up over your ear. And then left bicep by your ear. Good. So good. Hold. Inhale, crescent lunge. There you go. Hands down to the ground. Plank. Shift forward. Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, roll over your toes. Lift your chest up. Good. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up right away. Keep it moving. Knee to chest. Good. Now knee to the left elbow. Knee to the right. To the left. Good. To the right. To the left. Hold it there. Step the foot on the outside of your left hand. Fallen triangle. Lift. Good. Now take that right knee to your right tricep and hold. Gorgeous. Slide that knee down. Lift it up. Step the foot through. Warrior 2. Open it up wide. Yes, sex machine. Gorge. Brad, that's gorgeous. Look at that. Look at the when Brad first started taking class, I was like, wow, Brad is so beautiful and amazing with his lines. And Sissy actually was the one who told me, he's like, she was a dancer.
Private lady.
She wasn't was. Yeah.
Private dancer.
Reverse it. Lift up and back. Take your right elbow on your right knee, left arm up over your ear. Good. Now maybe that right bicep by your ear. Look at the fly.
And giving it today.
Yeah. Warrior 2. Hold, just because you were so gorgeous at it. Good. And then hands come down to the ground. Find right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open up the hip, and then lean forward over your right tippy toes and left tippy toes and flip the dog. Good. And then maybe you find side plank. Stack the shoulders, stack the feet, or even take the right foot in front of the left. Hold. Good. Lines, lines, lines. I love it. Right knee into your chest. Good. Right hand comes down. Right knee, right tricep. Walk that left foot forward, and then maybe you stay or fly. Yes! Chaturanga, exhale. Nice, you guys. Inhale, roll over your toes. Exhale, down dog. Ooh, zaddies. Woo!
Girl.
Left leg lifts up. Good. Left knee, left tricep. Left knee to the right. Good. To the left. To the right. To the left. To the right. Step the foot on the outside, right arm high. Fallen triangle, my love. I love you. Good. And then you're going to take that left knee, left tricep. Good. Slide it down. Lift it up. And then step that foot through. Warrior 2. Good. Bend that left knee. Drop the shoulders. And then just because it's Madonna, you're going to just hold your warrior 2 and you're going to bow. Take the arms up and across, bow. So remember from your first, yes, there you go. Right. Left elbow, left knee, right arm up. Right arm up over your ear. Left bicep by your ear. Good. Hold, hold, hold. Hold. Braden, Mr. Russell Frank said thanks, doing a daddy style. Warrior 2 and hold. Good. Hands down to the ground. Lift the left leg up on the inhale. Good. Bend your knee, open up the hip. Lean forward, flip the dog. Good. Now find side plank. Left arm up, left foot on top or in front of. Good. Left hand down, left knee, left tricep. Stay there or start to lean forward. Walk the right toes forward until you fly. Gorgeous. Chaturanga, exhale. Nice, guys. Inhale, lift the chest up. Down dog. Right leg lifts up. Good. Knee to chest. Step your foot through. And then you're going to go back into a ninja pose. Bend that left knee. Good. Nice, strong, sexy ninja. From here, you're going to take warrior 2. And then take your left elbow underneath your right. In an eagle arm. Good. You're going to take your heels in, toes out, drop down into a horse squat. Sit really low.
No fight.
And then move. Go.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you're ready to go and go ahead. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body. I know tonight that I feel so bad. I'm starting to feel it's time for attraction, attention. To see, baby, this is perfection.
Yeah. Yes. And then hold center. Heels in, toes out. Drop your hips low. Lift your elbows up high. Feel the shoulders open up, the upper back. Sissy, I think you can go lower. Good. And then burst it wide open. Arms up. Good. And then toes in, heels out, forward fold. Woo. Good. Now you're going to walk your feet a little closer together, not too much. Heels in, toes out, drop down into Malasana. Hands to your heart. Good. Give me some shimmy with the shoulders and the hips. Good. Toes in, hips up, forward fold. Nice, you guys. Now walk your feet together to touch. Bend your knees, sit low. Hands to your heart. Twist, left elbow, right knee. Good. Now lift your heels up. Good. Drop your butt low. And then take your right hand at the top of your mat, way out there. And then the left hand down, side crow. You're going to lean forward, look forward, and maybe those toes lift. Yes, Brad. Shoot it back. Chaturanga, exhale. Good. Down dog.
sweaty.
Is she sweating?
Girl.
Girl! I can't wait for you to show your guns out. My favorite was when you did wear, I mean, I love all your shirts on Brad Bucks. It's all so beautiful and sexy, but that tank top day was definitely Mama's favorite.
Tank top day. Guns out.
Yes. That chest. Left leg up. Good. Step your left foot forward. And then take ninja. Go all the way back. Right knee bends. Good. Lift your chest up. Now give it a little attitude. Warrior two. Straight out. And then this time you're going to take the right elbow underneath your left. Heels in, toes out, and then sit down low. J-pose style, go. Down, down. And we do this every day, yeah. Good. Now sit low and hold. Elbows up, shoulders down, hips low. Sit and hold. While you're holding, we actually with all this Spanish flair, it's a good reminder. We have Sister Willie checking in tomorrow as our coach.
Yes.
Yes. Stay down, Brad.
What time?
8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes.
Down, Brad. Good. Now press down, lift up, straighten out. Woo. Good. Arms up, toes in, forward fold. And then from here, if you want to widen your stance, bring your hands way back, bend your elbows, maybe a headstand is in our future. Good. Lift those amazing hips up. Yes, press those legs up. Gorgeous. Elbows in, shoulders up. Oh, I hope that tank top falls down to the ground. Good. Feet together, knees out wide open. Give me a little diamond. Good. And then place your feet back down on the ground. And then let's find a frog squat. Woo. Good. So, very much like you, don't stop till you get enough. Go up and down. Awesome. and forward fold. Good. Walk your feet together. Sit low. Chair pose. Woo. This time, right elbow, left knee. Twist. Good. Now lift your heels up. Drop your booty low. Good. And then the left arm is going to go way out and to the side. Right elbow stays at the middle of your thigh. Lean forward. Side crow. Look forward. So always looking forward, never looking back. Reinventing, redefining, revolutionizing. Yes. Nice. Never float it back. Good. Down dog. Good. Look forward. Bend the knees. Step or float to the top. Woo. Halfway lift. Oh my God, I think I heard a huff and a puff from Brad. Bend your knees, sit low, chair. Give me a little hip thrust just to the right. Just to the right. Now to the left. Good. Yeah. Now lift your heels up, sit low. Find a squat or crow pose. Knees as high as you can on your upper arms. Good. Look forward, lean forward even more. Lift the glutes up. Good. Hold, hold, hold. Go more forward, Brad, more forward. It'll be easier once you're in your fingertips. There he goes. Bring it back down. Nice job, you guys. Whew, find that chair pose. We got to sit low. I'm sure a lot of people are still feeling the glutes from yesterday. Whoa! Boat pose. Come on, Brad. Half boat. Boom. Let's go. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. Keep that chest up. 9. Back and forth, elbow opposite knee. Last 10. Come on, Bradley. Everybody's saying how great you're doing. I'm so glad everybody gets to see how sexy Pepsi. Come on! This is how he builds the patience and the courage for dealing with no ringlet Gary. Come on. Last 10. Give me 10, 10, 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let it go. Happy baby. Nice job. Woo. Woo. I think that should come off for our free flow dance.
Are we free flow dancing now?
Yeah, we're ready.
Are we gonna cha cha cha?
We're gonna cha cha cha. So Brad is like obviously, he's the greatest dancer. He's so amazing. I loved when I still remember the very first time you came into class. He came in on his own, sat in the back, did his thing, and then Miss Thing was like front row center. She was not the backup dancer. She was the dancer. You had all the other dancers. Professional dancers were your backup dancers. You kind of started to lead the way.
Test the room.
Right? Scott said
She's
he's
got to
ready.
test the room first.
All right. So we always have a free flow dance, and Brad is like literally the most amazing because he just obviously, from what you've seen, he just lets it all pour out. So with that, let's go. From the revolutionary herself, Madonna.
Crank it, mother.
Yeah! Woo!
I took a pill and had a dream. I went back to 17 years. Allowed myself to be naive, to be someone I've never been. I took the dance and had a dream.
Yabra! Yeah! Lower, 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 lower. I love you, Brad. Rita is loving this. I love this too. We all need to dance. All right. Thank you.
You put us through it, Aree.
Honey.
I did.
Honey.
The bunny.
No case the Mondays here.
I know. I know. See, I wanted everyone
goodness.
to. Brad Bucks needs to open. Oh my God, give him a second. He needs some self-care time. All right, so we're going to do our last song is our sing-along song. So we'll take it out together. And then, Brad, when we get out of this, well, I'll have you say a few words before we get out, but just make sure you share it to your story since you started it. But everyone find a nice seat, or even if you want to stand up, and then sing out loud. Brad is a Leo. He's such a lioness, even though we were born the snake year. Snakes are actually so amazing because they're constantly reinventing and redefining themselves as they shed their skin and make space for new skin to come on. This is a great time for us to be all doing that. How come? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Did it press?
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath. Scared to rock the boat and make my best. So I said quietly, I'm breathing everything. I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down when I got up. Hey, you hear my voice, you hear my sound. Like thunder breaking the ground. You held me down, but I got up. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, you're gonna hear me.
I love you.
We just roared.
We just
We
roared,
roared.
honey. We roared.
Thank you for that beautiful class, Aree. And
I love
Tino's
you.
always the best demonstrator.
Do you have a filter on?
Me?
Oh
I've
my-
got really good bounce coming off of my
Thank
patio.
you. Honey, reflective.
So I got a really good piece of advice yesterday that I'd like to pass on to everybody. That is, sometimes it feels like right now the world is like spiraling out of our control, and it is, but the one thing that we can control is our reaction to it and the way that we're treating people around us. So as always, I found myself yesterday going like, how is this happening? How is this happening? But then when I pull myself back and I'm in the present and I'm able to pay attention to what's in front of me and be of service and be kind and control what I can, the days are a lot more enjoyable. So just remember to not try to control things that are out of your control. Just be aware of what's immediately around you and be grateful for that.
Yes, I mean, you're creating it. You don't wait. Like a lot of us do, is like we think because of the circumstance has to change in order for us to change. The
Right.
opposite, create and be that change, which you do. And yeah, instead of reacting, it's about responding.
Correct.
And-
Yay!
Yes.
I love you guys.
We
Love
love
you
you
more.
so much. Thank
Way to start the
you.
week.
I know.
Gotta go make
Okay.
coffee now.
Yeah.
Time to go to
I
work.
can't wait.
We can't wait to tune in.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
Brad.
Bye, you
Love
guys.
you.